In this video, we are going to identify the smallest number from the given array, and we will be identifying the smallest number in the two approaches. First one is without using any existing methods from the JavaScript, and second one is using the methods from the JavaScript. So first, let us think about our thinking process, how to identify the biggest number or smallest number. So let's go here. Suppose this is an array. Now we want to identify smallest number. Okay. So if I want to identify smallest number, first we need to compare the first value with the second value here. So the first value, so let us have, we have a result variable. That variable will store it as a default value as a first value. So my default value is a first value 12. Now I want to compare this 12 with the 9. Suppose think like this. We'll see like visually. So what is the smallest value here? So we can understand 0.9 is the smallest value. Whatever the smallest value, let us replace in the result variable. So this is the smallest value. Okay. Now in the second round, now we need to go for a next value. Now we need to compare this value with the 45. So let us compare. So 0.9 with the 45. What is the smallest value? 9 only. So that is the reason there is no new variable. So that is the reason we'll keep the same value. Again, we'll compare with this 9 with the 78. Again, there is no change. The 9 is the smallest value between whenever we are comparing this 9 with the 78. 9 is the smallest value. Now again, we'll go for a next iteration and we'll compare with the 9 with the 67. Still 9 is the smallest value. Again, we'll go for a 9. So 9 is not less than 9. So this is the smallest value. Like this, we can identify. But if you want to iterate one by one, again, we have to go for any iterative statements. So the iterative statements are, you can go for a for loop, you can go for a while loop, you can go for a do while loop based on the condition. Here we know number of iterations. We want to iterate only the number of arrays, number of elements in the array. So that is the reason we'll go for a for loop instead of going for a while array, do while. So let us try to write the program for this one. So first we need to take one. Now we want to find the minimum number. You can say min num is equal to, first let us assign what is the default value here, 12. Now we want to assign this 12 to the variable. So that is the reason. Let us go here and ARR of 0. ARR of 0 means that is nothing but a first element. Now we want to iterate one by one. If you want to iterate one by one, we have to go for a loops. So let us try to write a loop here for let I is equal to 0, I less than ARR dot length. So this ARR dot length means this is an array. Inside the array, we have a length variable and we can write an increment y plus plus. Okay. Now we have this one. Now we want to compare this value with the second value. So we don't want to go for first iteration. Let me go with the I is equal to 1 because already we are showing the total only inside the array. So we don't need to extra iteration. So we can say like this. If min number is greater than, if greater than ARR of I, then we can open it here and we can store this value. So here I will say ARR of I. So what is this logic here? This minimum number is nothing but a 12 first time. And what is the array of I means 9. So if 12 is greater than 9, this is true. Whenever this is a true, it will go here. And now we are assigning that 9 value into minimum number. Now the current value is a 9. Now it will go for a I plus plus. So that means it will go for a 2, I is equal to 2. What is the index of 2 value? 45. And if 9 is greater than 45, this is a false. So it will not go inside. Again, we'll go for next condition. 78 is like 9 is greater than 78. No, this is also false. So now it will go. So the final result of this program is console.log of min number. So if you are going to print something like this, you are going to get the minimum number of 9. And this is the fastest way to get it, because if you want to identify, like here the number of iterations is only number of elements inside the array. Suppose if your number of elements in the array is 36. So the number of iterations are we are going to have only 5 iterations. So that is the reason this is faster than the sort approach, because whenever you are going to do sort, first it has to compare with the 12 with 9 and 12 with 4 and 12 with 78 and 12 with 67, and it will do keep on the things. There will be so many iterations in the sort program, but here there is only one iteration. We are going to do one iteration. That is the reason this is the fastest one. Now let us go with the existing methods. If you want to try to go with the existing methods, let us try to see the existing methods. So the first method we can see is like a math.min method. So inside the math.min method, you can pass this array as argument, but there is a one problem. It will not take as array as argument. That is the reason we need to write a spread operator. So this triple dot is nothing but a spread operator. What it will do, it will internally, it will iterate one by one and it will pass as an argument to here, something like this. Now I can store it as a value here. So min number, and we can write it console. So same output. And if you want to do the same thing here, and we can do in the other way also. The next other way is like a sort approach. Again, you can sort an array. So you can say arr dot sort, and the sort will take a function, and this function will take a 2 arguments, sort function. We can write like a minus b. So this is going to sort the array in a ascending order. Suppose first let us print the array, and later we are going to print the numbers. So let's clear. So here see, this is an ascending order, we have it. Now if you want to identify, so now this is our result. If you want to identify smallest number, what I can take it, whatever the element is available in the 0th place, that is nothing but a smallest element. Let us try to take the smallest element. Simple, arr of something like a 0. Arr of 0 is nothing but a smallest number. So this is our output. So this is the second way. So most of the time in interview, we have to go with the first way only, not the second way. But if they don't have any constraints, either we can use whatever the approach you want to do it. Then we can, for code, like if you want to write a less code, you can go for this math.min approach or sort approach.